Have you ever been completely lost in a new city? You're staring at your phone, the little blue dot is spinning in circles, and you have no idea which way is north. We've all been there. But then a friendly local points you in the right direction, and suddenly everything feels okay again. This simple act of giving directions is more than just a nice gesture. It's a tradition as old as travel itself, a cornerstone of human connection that has evolved right alongside our societies. Let us take a journey back in time to understand how helping a lost traveler became such a universal sign of good manners. Way before Google Maps or even paper maps were common, how did people find their way? They relied on stories, landmarks, and, most importantly, other people. In ancient times, travelers were often merchants, pilgrims, or messengers. Their journeys were long and dangerous. Arriving in a new village or town, the first thing they needed was information. Where is the inn? Where is the market? Where can I find fresh water? The locals were the original search engines. Providing accurate directions wasn't just polite, it was a crucial part of hospitality and community survival. A traveler who was well received would spread good words about the town, encouraging more trade and positive interactions. Conversely, a town known for being unhelpful or hostile would quickly earn a bad reputation. This established an unwritten social contract. You help those who are passing through, because one day you or your kin might be the ones in need of help far from home. This principle of reciprocity is deeply ingrained in cultures all over the world. As civilizations grew and empires expanded, think of the Roman Empire with its famous road system. These roads connected vast territories, but even with milestones, a traveler still needed local knowledge. They'd ask soldiers, merchants, or farmers, how many days' walk to the next city, or is this the road to Rome? Sharing this information was a civic duty, a way of participating in the grand project of the empire and ensuring the smooth flow of commerce and communication. In many cultures, hospitality towards strangers was also considered a sacred duty. Ancient Greeks had the concept of xenia, a divine law of hospitality, which protected travelers and obliged hosts to be generous and helpful. To turn away a stranger or mislead them was to risk the wrath of the gods. This belief elevated the act of giving directions from a simple courtesy to a moral obligation. Jumping forward a few centuries, the age of exploration and the Grand Tour in the 17th and 18th centuries saw a boom in travel for education and leisure among the wealthy. Young aristocrats journeyed across Europe to soak in culture. Imagine them arriving in Paris or Florence, unable to speak the local language. They would hire guides, of course, but for everyday navigation, they relied on the kindness of city dwellers. In this era, being able to provide clear, polite directions in a major city became a sign of being a sophisticated, worldly citizen. It was a way to show pride in your city, to be an ambassador for your home. You weren't just telling someone to turn left. gift. You were sharing a piece of your world, maybe pointing out your favorite bakery or a hidden landmark along the way. This added a personal touch, transforming a simple request into a genuine human interaction. With the arrival of the Industrial Revolution, railways, and eventually cars, tourism became accessible to the middle class. Cities swelled, and for the first time, huge numbers of people were traveling for pleasure. This is when helping tourists really became cemented as an important public manner. Tourism became a vital industry. A city's reputation for being friendly and helpful could directly impact its economy. Think of the classic image of a police officer in London patiently giving directions to a family of tourists. This became a symbol of a safe, welcoming, and well-run city. Local governments and businesses began to actively encourage citizens to be helpful, understanding that every positive interaction contributed to the city's brand. Today, even with smartphones in every pocket, this tradition continues. Why? Because technology can't replicate the warmth of a human connection. Sometimes the GPS is wrong, the battery dies, or we just want to ask a real person, am I going the right way? When we ask for directions, we're not just looking for a route. We're momentarily vulnerable, and we're placing our trust in a stranger. When someone stops, smiles, and takes the time to help us, it reaffirms our faith in the kindness of people. It's a small, beautiful moment of connection in our busy, often anonymous, modern lives. It shows that despite all our differences, we're all part of a global community, willing to help each other navigate the journey. So, the next time you see someone looking lost, remember this long and rich history. You're not just giving directions. You're participating in an ancient tradition of hospitality, being an ambassador for your community, and creating a small moment of connection that can make a traveler's day. It's one of the easiest and most powerful ways to spread a little bit of kindness in the world. Thank you so much for watching and taking this historical journey with us. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more stories about the world around us. See you in the next one.